Random rants. Hey guys, how are you doing? It's me, it's Dom. If you don't know who I am, I do videos from time to time. This is another one of my random ones. Today I'm doing a random rant, as my random introduction said. But what is my rant about? It's a rant about many things. Well, technically, it's a rant that's literally big. It's a huge topic to cover, and I'm only covering a small portion of it. We are going to be covering stereotypes. Stereotypes. Yes, stereotypes. I'm talking about what people think of other people without actually knowing the other person, if you know what I mean. And I'm talking about the obvious one. I'm talking like chavs, I'm talking like goths, I'm talking like emos, I'm even talking about fucking jocks. Anyway, I'm not here to just talk about all of the stereotypes of the world. I'm concentrating on two in particular that have really caught my attention recently. I'm talking about goths and emos. Obviously, we have our goths, the people who you would normally stereotype as the people that wear a lot of dark stuff, that wear a lot of dark clothing, they listen to a lot of dark music, they're basically the invasion of darkness. While on the other hand, you have the emo. Emo is kind of similar to the goth, apart from they kind of cut themselves and degrade themselves a lot. That's a stereotype that some people put across. It's a stereotype that I first believed in when I first heard of the words goth and emo. But, quite frankly, I've grown up from that. I've grown up, I know exactly what goth and emo means. And it's a bloody stereotype. And it shouldn't actually exist. Goths and emos are literally one thing. Human beings. That's all they are. They're not goths, they're not emos, they're not grebos, which is apparently some form of mutated goth emo thing which lays in between them all, that listens to really heavy music, that occasionally wears all these dark bits of clothing, but just like slapping it on themselves, and then they're just like that's weird, and that doesn't really have anything to do with the stereotype I'm trying to go for. So I'm going to cancel that one out. Anyway, let's start off with the first one, goth stereotypes. Now, when you hear the word goth, what immediately runs through your head? Dark wearing colours, dark music, dark rooms, dark fun, dark happiness. In a way, yes, but if you think about it in a specific way, goths are goths because they want to rebel against society. They want to basically bring up what society has brought up in the past and say, screw you, I'm my own person. That's a good way of living your life if you think about it. No one wants to be the same. No one wants to be a bloody accountant. No, I don't want to be. No, you wouldn't even see me going to be an accountant, walking to the same building like everyone else in the world has to walk to, just to go in and work at a computer where the person next to me is an accountant as well, who's named Dave, and I don't even talk to him, I just go, here's the paperwork, pass it on. That's just fucking boring, and that's another stereotype, but I'm not going to get into that one. So yeah, goths pretty much rebel against society. They hate how society looks. They might not hate everything about society, but they sure as hell hate something about society. And they listen to this heavy music, and they listen to everything that is heavy because they actually show a message. They show a way of releasing your anger towards society. It's not even anger half the time. Half the time it's just something sincere, it's something obvious, it's just something that's there at that time. Everyone immediately thinks that heavy music is just literally people shoving the microphone as far in their mouths as possible and just literally going, oh my god, but no, it's not like that half the time. I mean, come on, Slipknot, for example, they're legendary, they've been around for years now, and yet their songs are pretty much symbolic. Have you heard Vermilion? That's symbolic. Vermilion Part 2, that's bloody symbolic. Even Sulphur's symbolic. And those are three of my favourite Slipknot songs of all time. And there are two more, but I'm not going to get into them because I'm not even supposed to be talking about Slipknot right now. But yeah, that's an example of a goth. So let's take the other example. Gonna push that one away. And let's bring up the next one. Let's bring up emos. Now, emos, many people believe, are possibly the most weirdest people in the universe. Okay, now you're just snapping on the stereotype again. At least give them a chance. Half the time, emos are just people that aren't noticed, that go into their own little world and then end up harming themselves because they see it as a form of release. And that's one thing I actually want to bring up. Not every single emo in the world cuts themselves. And just think about this for a sec. You might think that the obvious emo stereotype is cut. No, it isn't. Get that out of your mind. Actually, cut it out of your mind. No, not really. No, don't actually really do it. Just figuratively get it out of your mind. Yeah, you know what I mean. But anyway, the stereotype is false. That stereotype is false. Not every emo cuts themselves, or not every emo cuts themselves on purpose. Most emos, if they do cut themselves because it's a form of release. It's a way of getting themselves out and maybe getting their feelings that are trapped inside of them out. Everyone has their own forms of release. Me, I make videos, I play games, I meet up with people, I go dancing, I get drunk. That's my way of doing things. Other people have other ways of doing things. Like I have mates that just go professional dancing, I have mates that do professional motocrossing, I have mates that just sit on their asses and just fucking shout out their windows. It works, it's a form of release. But for emos, they cut themselves. But that isn't something bad, it's just something that shouldn't be done. But you can't actually go up to an emo and tell them, don't cut yourself. Because if you say that to them, they're literally just going to go ballistic in your face and they're going to act like you have no idea what true emo is about. It's a form of release in the end of the day. Obviously something is troubling them, or something has troubled them very early on. Either, like for example, I've got a mate myself. I wouldn't call her emo, but there have been areas in the past where she has cut herself. But it's because she's generally felt as if she is scum of society. And to be honest with you, if you're an emo and if you're watching this right now, you are not a piece of scum of society. You are a human being like everyone else, including goths. Yes, emos and goths are human beings. That goes to you people. And when I say you people, I don't mean everyone, because obviously there are smart people out there that will recognise them as human beings. I'm meaning the stupid people. I'm meaning Chads. C-H-A-B. Chads. Now everyone knows what this stands for, but I'm just going to quickly go over it. C stands for can't be arsed. H stands for hell, I've got a knife on me. A stands for asbo. And V stands for very, very bloody full of themselves. But most people that I know really hate chaps, and that's another stereotype. And yeah, again, they are just human beings, and they have another form of social release. They go out with a big group of people, they might even see a form of release as actually holding a knife with them to make sure that they know they're safe, because maybe something might have happened in the past involving their family, and they weren't safe, and something happened to them. So they're just protecting their family by protecting themselves. That's another stereotype. See, stereotypes are very easy to break down, and in the end of the day, it's mainly a form of release. Goths have their form of release. They are rebels against society. They won't hesitate to release their voice onto the world about something which really pisses them off. Like me, for example, I'm really pissed off about this subject, and I'm talking to you guys about it, to let you know. So there you go, that's my form of release. Sorted. And meanwhile, you've got the emos. They sometimes cut themselves to have their form of release, but not all the time. So get that out of your system. And by the way, here's another stereotype that's false. Emos and goths wearing dark clothing literally 24/7. No, it's not true. I have mates that are both goths or that are both emos. They are happily goths and happily emos. They wear whatever they bloody want. They wear really bright coloured clothing. They have really bright coloured hair. They have extravagant hair. In fact, they possibly have the most gorgeous hair I've ever seen in my entire life. But don't freaking stereotype it, it's just shit. So the moral of this video is pretty much this. Goths, emos, or any type of stereotype people, you're not what you've been branded to be. You are not a goth, you are not an emo, you are not a chab, you are not a jock, you are not a piece of scum on the face of the earth. No, you are not. In fact, screw the whole stereotype thing. If anything, we are all just human beings with our own different ways of living our lives. That's the main way of looking at how it's supposed to be done. If you agree with me, literally, like this video and comment about what you think about this. And that brings me to the end of this video about the whole situation with stereotypes, and mainly the stereotypes of goths and emos. Now, if you feel strongly about this and you want to pass this on to mates that are either strong about this as well, or that are even goths and emos themselves, then by all means pass this video on to as many people as you can. Let's start trying to help the world realise that these stereotypes are shit, because they are. They really are pants, and they shouldn't actually exist, especially in our modern age. Ugh. Woo! So yeah, that was my video pretty much, and I hope you guys can relate to it. please comment with anything that you might have. Even if it's just a little comment about, like, for example, I'm a goth, I hate you. At least I understand where you're coming from. And like, you might be a goth or an emo watching this right now, and you might be thinking, this guy knows absolutely nothing. You've got a point, but I've been there before. I've been a goth, I've been an emo. Now, I would just class myself as an individual, because I don't have any particular stereotype. I have a mix of all of them put together. I'm slightly a chav because I listen to hip-hop music. How does that even work, by the way? Chav listening to hip-hop music and then immediately they start going around saying, "You got enough, bitch!" No, doesn't work. But yeah, again, that's another stereotype and I'm just getting full of myself, so there you go. So please, leave a comment with your thoughts and also anything you would like to say about the whole situation of stereotypes, whether it be goths and emos, whether it will be chavs, whether it will be jocks, whether it be geeks, whether it be anything. Just literally put down whatever you want and let's get this thing rolling. Pass this to your mates, pass this to your family, pass this to your workmates at McDonald's, pass it to me and get the message across. I'll be back with even more random rants in the future and possibly some even funnier shit in the future as well if you've seen my other videos. But until later, I hope you understand the whole situation that I'm in with Goths and Emos, and I hope you understand. Catch you next time for another random and explosive fact. Woo! This has been a random man. This has been a random man. This has been a random man. Now go have a life.